your mothers.
What can I do to contribute is a question to ask. What you can do is to be there for your fellow man. Yeah. A child may need a hug, maybe a smile. It's affecting all our lives.
I'm coming from the bottom of an infinite pit, living in a world turned sick with no apparent cure for it, where conniving takes the place of honest man surviving, and striving's considered jiving. Who's driving the car to destruction? Downhill, citizens break malfunction, in conjunction with genocide, homicide, and suicide. Where can you hide? There's nowhere you can hide, and plus it's forbidden to be hidden.
What can I do to contribute is the question to ask. What you can do is to be there for your fellow man.
There's a lot of talk right now in Hollywood, a lot of it about spiritism. Is it real, is it not real? It's like the jury's out. A lot of people are going to be blown away to see that it's very real and it's very alive. And what this video is it's the ultimate reality show, because it looks at Hollywood celebrities and the inside people in Hollywood to see if in fact spiritism does influence them in their own words, and in turn, if it does, how does that influence us? How are so many of Hollywood's most famous actors and actresses able to be so amazingly effective and convincing in their performances?
That guy was so electrifying that it came through the television.
How is it that they can move us to laughter, tears, or anger at the drop of a hat? Are they truly gifted with natural talent, as many suggest?
You see this and you're dazzled by their talent.
Do they possess a creative streak of genius that is unknown to most men? Or unknown to most men, are they in fact possessed? Is it possible that these actors and actresses are possessed by demonic spirits who have a specific agenda to fulfill? Oscar award-winning actor Denzel Washington told 60 Minutes exactly how he brings forth his best performances.
Basically what I did was got on my knees and sort of communicated with the spirits. And when I came out, I was in charge.
Powerful scene.
Powerful scene. I couldn't have acted that. I couldn't have written that down and made a decision to play that.
What, are you gonna smoke that?
Nope, you are.
Hell if I am.
You're Jesus freak. You're Jesus freak.
The one-woman entertainment empire known as Oprah has strong affiliations with the demonic realm. The most familiar face on television says,
"You can not only use your body and physical self. This is how I see acting. I ask my body to be the carrier for the spirits of those who have come before me in a way that is most meaningful to the character. Just become the vehicle for that character."
Calling out for these entities to take her over so that she may become a sparkling puppet, Oprah admits of her work before the camera.
I tried to empty myself and let the spirit inhabit me.
With her global influence, her shows have become a smorgasbord for the New Age agenda.
Maybe there's no devil. It's just God when he's drunk.
Robin Williams, who is perhaps one of the world's most celebrated comedians, admits that he becomes possessed during his acting performances.
Yeah, literally it's like possession. All of a sudden you're in. You just get this energy that starts going.
With movies that promote homosexuality, magic, cross-dressing, and New Age philosophy, it is not hard to understand the demonic element that is using him as a puppet. Given all the credit for his impressionable acting to the spirit world, Williams adds,
"But there's also that thing. It is possession. In the old days, you'd be burned for it. But there is something empowering about it. I mean, it is a place where you are totally. It is Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, where you really can become this other force."
Oscar award-winning Shirley MacLaine's 40-plus films have escalated her to superstar status, and she has used this popularity to further her cause as a prominent player to advance the New Age movement.
If you're somebody like me, and there's millions of us out there who are interested in astrology, meditation, numerology,
it should be no surprise to learn that she too undergoes possession that results in successful performances. MacLaine explains,
I had seen so many channels and mediums over the past few years, I decided I would apply the same thing to show business. I simply channeled a character that we had created. This time I allowed the character to inhabit me. I trusted that the magic would work. Channeling and inspiration had become one and the same.
Why would demonic spirits be so interested in possessing movie stars? Because according to the scriptures, one of Satan's primary objectives for the planet is to bring mankind into a massive spiritual deception in preparation for the Antichrist. The book of Revelation states that Satan is called
the great dragon, the ancient serpent called the devil, or Satan, the one deceiving the whole world.
Satan's grand finale to deceive the whole world will be through a man called the Antichrist, that Satan will use to draw worship to himself. The book of Revelation further tells us,
and he was given authority to rule over every tribe and people and language and nation. And all the people who belong to this world will worship the beast.
These amazing future events are being preceded by an occult explosion that was also prophesied over 2,000 years ago. Paul the Apostle wrote that the last days would be laden with occult teachings, doctrines, and rebellion. He stated that the Antichrist's coming would be
in accord with the activity of Satan, with all power, signs, and false wonders, and with all the deception of wickedness for those who perish.
Satan has been brainwashing people and paving the way for this time through the influential power of Hollywood celebrities. Through the silver screen, Satan has been able to make incredible changes in the spiritual climate of the world through spreading his deceptive philosophies and teachings.
Even though it may be evil that he was doing, my job in that film was to make an immoral person palatable.
Anton LaVey, the founder of the Church of Satan, overtly stated that television was the major mainstream infiltration for the new satanic religion. LaVey boastfully acknowledges the effectiveness TV has had in transforming us.
The TV set, or satanic family altar, has grown more elaborate since the early 50s, from the tiny fuzzy screen to huge entertainment centers covering entire walls with several TV monitors. What started as an innocent respite from everyday life has become in itself a replacement for real life for millions. A major religion of the masses.
The Bible has already warned us about the shift from Christianity to this new religion. The Apostle Paul wrote that it would come about in the last days through evil and lying spirits. He wrote,
"Now the Holy Spirit tells us clearly that in the last days some will turn away from what we believe. They will follow lying spirits and teachings that come from demons."
In other words, in the end times, evil spirits will be very actively evangelizing the world through lies and spiritual deceptions. The book of Revelation tells us that the agenda is to unite the world in false unity by igniting mankind's rebellion against God in order to seal their fate under the Antichrist.
These miracle-working demons caused all the rulers of the world to gather together for battle against the Lord on that great judgment day of God Almighty.
And through the philosophies of the New Age movement, the world has been launched toward this false unification at breakneck speed.
We feel that all religions are coming around to Satanism.
As Tom Hanks teaches,
in our future, we will all be one mankind.
LaVey's teacher and guide, the Satanist Aleister Crowley, outlined the New Age movement in 1904 from a spirit he identified as Satan. He wrote that it would consist of free sex, free drugs, and a rebellious shift against the moral values of the Bible. All the things that are continuously presented at the movies today. Crowley pointed to the popularity of the cinema as proof positive that we were in the New Age and championed Hollywood's demonic element, which would be able to trick people into accepting the rebellious New Age philosophies of free sex, drugs, and occultism.
I guess maybe they get rid of all their demons doing their movies.
The proof of the demonic element in Hollywood, as attested to by its own, is abundantly overwhelming.
A lot of actors who don't mention their names, of course, are very much into this.
Magic only exists if you allow it, if you open yourself up to the possibility of,
With a slew of successful movies under his belt, actor Johnny Depp confesses, "I know I have demons. I'm 30 different people sometimes." From Genesis and the Garden of Eden to the book of Revelation, we have the divine record of Satan and his evil spirits channeling through other beings. In Genesis, Satan used a serpent to spin his age-old lies that humans can become God, that there is no death, and that one may expand their consciousness to realize such godhood through partaking of forbidden occult knowledge. It is not a coincidence that these same three basic lies form the foundation of the New Age movement today. Anton LaVey admitted that the heart of the New Age movement was really Satanism. He said,
in the scores of books lining the shelves of New Age bookstores, there are instructions for guided meditations, creative visualizations, out-of-body experiences, getting in touch with your spirit guides, fortune-telling by cards, crystal balls, or the stars. What if Satanists reclaimed these for their own dark purposes and integrated them into rituals dedicated to the devil, where they rightfully belong? New Agers have freely drawn upon all manner of satanic material, adapting it to their own hypocritical purposes. But in truth, all New Age labeling is again trying to play the devil's game without taking his infernal name.
Stop lying about drugs and guns you don't sell. Cases you catch and how you post bail. Shootouts with cops and don't spend the night in jail.
Do me a favor.
Stop name dropping about bricks you be chopping, whips you be copping, bottles you popping, and we both know that you only window shopping. See, I be swapping information with G's, moving units in cyberspace like I'm transporting keys overseas, negotiating deals in Japanese. Me and my killer bees, known as South Central refugees in Brazil and Humvees, where chicks be Portuguese while you sipping Long Island iced teas and Applebee's. Games not sold or told, it's stole by disaster, and my niggas from the payroll cutthroat, counting banknotes. I stay in the trenches, looking flat broke with street ties. Me and my gangster allies putting money in offshore bank accounts like rabbis. Mad Dog and Death staring him straight in his eyes. I'm addicted to the struggle, it makes my dick rise. All I hear is dog with souls and war cries. I got one request for all you tough guys.
Do me a favor.
Stop lying to me, boy. Stop lying to yourself. You be talking about my back, then be begging me for help. What I ought to do to you? No, I can't do that.
Do me a favor.
I ain't staying out the way, but I ain't slanging on the curb. Me and Flipper send the word, we can fly you a bird. Even send you some weed or pull you some serve. I ain't got it, so pole nigga word. So kick back, son, let a rich nigga talk. Cause a dog gon' bite and a bitch gon' bark. I might have missed a few meals, but I'm not gon' starve. Cause the scales gon' weigh and the pot's gon' boil. I'ma always find a way to get me some scratch. Just tell me what you want, I can bake you a batch. If you won't double up, I can make you a match. When you come to see me, better bring me some stacks. Cause everything I give you gon' be bringing them back. Operation from the bottom, no I stand by the product. Got the whole world high, didn't even need a doctor. We move the boat low, even move helicopters. When my boy shows up, we be popping them bottles. If you want it, you can get it. If the price is right, come see the Watts Boys, cause the price is nice.
Do me a favor.
Don't talk about it, be about it, make something happen. Do something, get active, stop all the yapping. All that blah, 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 rapping.
Do me a favor.
Stop backbiting, you ain't gon' last. Cherish every moment, life fly fast. Give me my money, pay me cash. Cut the yada yada, you speeding like you on Potter. High off your own jibber jabber, ain't dead nada. Use a dream seller, I'm a triple beam scaler. Hear from the horse's mouth, true storytelling involved with the West Coast rise. I seen it revolve, it all seemed like yesterday. I seen it fall, the era, money, drugs, and gang terror. The streets had the industry stand through mirrors. Pac didn't make it, Biggie didn't make it. Both assassinated, cold files, gang related. Even though we faded, we the ones that made it. Even though you hate it, we chosen to narrate it. Even what I'm saying ain't even scratching the surface. When I'm rhyming like this, man, these weenies get nervous. So download the untold stories being sold. OMTB back patching up the potholes.
Do me a favor. Do me a favor.
Yo, what's up? This is Disaster. This is Pimpin' Ringtones. We're at the Shakespeare in Chicago. We're about to go into our next video clip. All right.
Martin Lawrence was in that chair. We talked about Blue Streak.
I love that dude.
He played a role in your life, I believe. How do you feel about him as a person, as an artist?
Martin Lawrence is the guy that showed everybody you can make it from D.C. to Hollywood. And I had a personal stake in his success. Every time he did something, it made me feel inspired and really good. And he was always real nice to me. He'd sit me down, what's going on with you, baby boy? What? We'd talk about comedy, whatever. And, you know, when we did Blue Streak, we were promoting it, and Martin had a stroke. He almost died. And then after that, I saw him, and I was like, oh my God, Martin, are you okay? And he said, I got the best sleep I ever got in my life. That's how tough he is. So let me ask you this. What is happening in Hollywood that a guy that tough will be on the street waving a gun, screaming, they are trying to kill me?
Yeah.
What's going on? Why is Dave Chappelle going to Africa? Why does Mariah Carey make a $100 million deal and take her clothes off on TRL? A weak person cannot get to sit here and talk to you. Ain't no weak people talking to you. So what is happening in Hollywood? Nobody knows. The worst thing to call somebody is crazy, is dismissive. I don't understand this person, so they're crazy. That's bullshit. These people are not crazy. They're strong people. Maybe the environment is a little sick.
What did you mean, Dave, when you described your father's death in 1998 as the beginning of a terrible decline?
I was 23 when I was doing Half Baked. I was getting ready to turn 24. And I was going through all the things that a dude goes through when it goes from one level to the next. I was starring in a movie that I wrote. So things start getting crazy around you.
Yeah.
And my 24th birthday was coming on August the 24th, and I said, this is going to be a big one. And the morning that I turned 24, phone rang, and my sister was like, Dad had a stroke. For the next year, I watched my father teeter on life and death. And it was just all this stuff, man. Like Dad was dying, the Half Baked didn't come out the way I wanted it to come out. I was real upset about that. Because it was a real cool script, and then I saw it, I was like, hey man, you made a weed movie for kids. And it wasn't for kids, the script, you know. It was all these things, so much pressure. Africa. Then I was in Ohio. I get a call on my cell phone from Hollywood. I'm like, hello, Hollywood. They're like, hello, Dave. They're like, that pilot you did for Fox, looks like they want to pick it up. We need you to come out because they want to meet with you. And I was like, well, listen, I can't really come out right now. Got a real bad situation at home. Can we talk about this on the phone? No, they would rather meet with you in person. But you know, like the whore that they turned us into, I jumped on that plane and left my father's bedside, which I regret to this day, and I went out and I sat with these people in this room, and if you can imagine a large circle of people, and I was 12 o'clock, the black dude. Yeah, Dave, we really liked the show, but the pilot episode was about me getting booed off stage at the Apollo. They go, you know, but what are we going to do about it? I mean, there's not really any white people in it. I said, well, it's about the Apollo. It's not really white. Well, you know, we were thinking about the girl on the show. We didn't think she was that funny, not that good looking. I think we should recast her, maybe. And they started using terms like universal appeal. Basically saying they want me to recast a girl with a white woman. I said, yeah, I don't think I can do this, and I quit. On the cover of Variety, Chappelle pulls the race card. The race card. And I get calls from Newsweek, 60 Minutes. Everybody, we want your story. Now I'm scared to death. I'm like Rosa Parks or something. I'm like, I'm not ready for this. I was just venting a little bit. And then A few months later, Dad dies. And that's hard for a young dude in his life. That's a real tough loss. I was there when he died. And he went from being my father to what are we going to do with the body? Within moments, it was over. And I'm going through all this stuff, and this is the guy I would usually talk to, right? Dad. And I got to figure this out for myself. I don't want to figure this out for myself. You know, I was beat down. I wasn't living right. You know what I mean? Like, the weed thing was just a bad habit at this point. And you know what I mean? All these, you know, chicken head girls you mess with when it comes with the territory. I'm just being real. Just being real. Just wasn't living right, man. I didn't feel good. And the stand-up stuff was just some angry stuff. It was just like I was kind of bottoming out. But when my dad died, because I've been commuting back and forth to Ohio so much, that's when I bought the farm, which I called the Hollywood farm.
Did you stay in Yellow Springs for a while?
I live there to this day. I live there to this day. I'm raising my kids there. Look, man, at that point in your life, it's something so real in contrast to what Hollywood is, a very powerful illusion. And when your dad died, it kind of just broke the spell, like, oh, this is bullshit. Look, I've been spending so much time doing this. What about my family? What about my friends? Wait, whatever happened to my friends? Damn, I don't even have any friends. Ugh. So I bounced, man. New Year's Eve, 1999, I moved into that farm, and that was it. As far as I was concerned, I was done with show business.